open defecation. Flags off construction of public toilets. Mitigating flood disaster in the FCT takes center stage as stakeholders meet. Plus, Nigeria commemorates International Nurses Day with focus on mass exodus of health workers. A very good evening to you and welcome to the news at 7 p.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station. I am Nolene Ebel Ame with the news. As part of measures to tackle the menace of open-air defecation in the nation's capital, FCT Minister of State Ramatu Tijani Aliu has flagged off the construction of 10,000 public conveniences in the Federal Capital Territory. At the groundbreaking ceremony, the minister said that in 2014, Nigeria embarked on an ambitious 5 mission to eliminate open defecation nationwide. Ifeanyi Ezumba has the details.
Revealing that in the FCT, 1 in every 3 persons practice open defecation, amounting to approximately 37% of the population. FCT Minister of State Ramatu Tijani Aliu called on the FCT Ruwasa and all stakeholders to accelerate action and efforts aimed at making FCT open defecation free.
As these facilities are being rolled out, I am confident that our private sector partners will sustain the current level of commitment to the program to guarantee success.
Once we ensure safe and adequate sanitation facilities in our households, in our public places, it means increasing adequate provision of sanitation and eradicating the practice of open defecation.
FCT Permanent Secretary Olushade Adeshola, represented by the director in his office, Prosper Ibe, says the FCT administration has drawn up a roadmap to end open defecation in the territory by the year 2025, in line with the national target and vision.
Today marks the beginning of a milestone towards achieving open defecation-free Federal Capital Territory.
The Federal Capital Territory Administration also maintained that it will continue to support and encourage private sector collaboration and participation in the provision of public conveyances in line with the private sector to create jobs while improving the people's living condition. In Abuja, Ifeanyi Ezumba, NT News.
The Federal Capital Development Authority, FCDA, says any structure built on waterways in any part of the territory will be pulled down before the May 14, 2022 rainfall pattern prediction released by NIMET. This is a fall out of an emergency meeting of stakeholders to discuss mitigation of flood disaster in the nation's capital. Onotu Yakubu brings us insights.
Occasional incidents of flooding have already been recorded in the FCT in the off-calendar rains so far. And NIMET says there is going to be an above-normal rainfall of about 1,000 meters this season, starting from the 14th of May. This emergency meeting of stakeholders on flooding is in response to prevent the unforeseen situation, which they say may be inevitable.
Whenever they suspect they saw that there is going to be flooding within the period, they block the bicycle path and just leave it.
We went around the city. After departing from the Gogoma, we went to Treadmore. We saw the situation. It is beyond our thinking here.
The meeting assured that victims of the enforcement exercise had been communicated, especially owners and occupants of the affected structures which were legally built.
Here in FCD, we are not only looking at it from the engineering point of view, but as well as from the physical planning point of view.
The Honorable Minister has given us directives that all obstructions, like I kept saying, should be removed, because he is going to tolerate zero tolerance in terms of any violation.
Expectations are that Mitigation efforts at interfaces such as these will bring the required solution. Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
The Federal Capital Territory Administration has evolved measures to recover 29 billion naira owed it as ground rent by land allottees in the FCT. The General Counsel and Secretary of the Legal Services Secretariat of the FCTA, Mohammed Babangida Umar, disclosed this after the Executive Committee meeting in Abuja. Onoze Yakubu has the details.
The Land Use Act allows the FCT administration to recover ground rents through the Magistrate Court. In an interview after the FCT Executive Committee meeting, the General Counsel, Mohammed Umar, disclosed that the administration will begin the use of the instrumentality of the courts to recover the 29 billion naira owed the administration.
It is our intention that very soon, debtors and people who are recalcitrant, who have refused to pay their ground rents and other rents due and payable to the state administration, will be made to do so by being sued to court, and if they don't pay, may forfeit their titles on such lands. We have been handling over 3,000 cases in various courts in Nigeria using mainly in-house counsel and where necessary external counsel. That we have done at no extra court administration. We have saved the FCT administration billions of naira in terms of damages that would have otherwise been paid if judgments were given against the administration.
These residents who are yet to pay their ground rents to do so or risk the prescribed penalties.
We would be in a position to get the Chief Judge of the FCT to give special jurisdiction to magistrate courts, specialized magistrate courts that will be specifically established on this matter alone. So we believe that if these courts are established with specific mandate on this item, we wouldn't have any problem because they would be focusing more on special courts for the recovery of outstanding ground rents due to the FCT administration.
The FCT ESCO meeting chaired by the FCT Minister Muhammad Musa Bello also received briefings from the Director General of the FCT Emergency Management Agency, Abbas Idris, on the flooding situation in the nation's capital. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
Towards ensuring effective service delivery in the public sector, the Federal Capital Territory Administration has commenced training of its workforce on the need to comply with the standard operating procedures. Again, Onoze Yakubu tells us more.
The standard operating procedure is a component of the Enterprise Control Management System of the Federal Civil Service Strategy and Implementation Plan 2021 to 2025. It was launched by the head of the Civil Service of the Federation to culminate into the digitalization of service processes and operations. Participants at this training are drawn from the FCT secretariat departments and agencies. Declaring the workshop open, FCTA Permanent Secretary Olushade Adeshola said standard operating procedures are globally recognized as manuals that serve as a guide to personnel in performing the operational tasks accurately and effectively.
One of the initiatives from the Office of Head of Service is to develop standard operating procedures so that everybody will know what is expected of them and be able to do it.
We are encouraging the participants here to do their best and make sure that they set the standard for themselves, which falls in line with the standard practice that is supposed to be obtained in all ministries, departments, and agencies of government.
Acting Director, Reform Coordination and Service Improvement Department, Jumai Amadou, says that 12 frontline SDAs have been carefully selected to pilot the implementation of the SOPs and will be deployed to other SDAs.
This is the first phase, only 12 out of about 30 departments that we have. So, and again, one good thing is that the participants of this first phase are going to be our resource persons for the next phase.
The training will last 10 days. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
Let's shift our attention to health news now. Poor working environment, remuneration, welfare, and many more factors are responsible for the mass exodus of nurses and other healthcare workers from the country to Europe. This, authorities say, results to brain drain. Serafina Okon Umekwe examines the impact this will have on the Nigerian healthcare system.
This is my first time here, but the treatment they gave me was good. I haven't seen doctor yet, but the nurses from where I bought my card to where they took my BP and my temperature and my weight, they are good. So if that people should take care of me like that, what will be of me seeing the doctor?
Let them try to make it better for everybody. That's just our concern.
Services are very good.
Testimonies of excellent professional conduct of Nigerian nurses. They pride themselves as being the best hands with utmost skills and capacity. In the face of pandemics such as cholera outbreaks, Ebola, COVID-19, and now the trending one, monkeypox, these frontliners stood up and are still standing strong to the greater global challenge called the new normal.
Investing in nursing is a very good thing, and we want the federal government to take it upon themselves. One, how do you invest in nursing? You can invest in human resource, you can invest in nursing education. The human resource has to do with the individuals. And I want to tell you that our nurses in Nigeria are the best, even outside the country.
As Nigeria joins the rest of the world in commemorating the International Nurses Week, the leadership, Comrade Deborah Yusuf, is calling on the government to effectively invest on human capital development and infrastructure at all levels of primary, secondary, and tertiary health institutions, as this will reduce brain drain, stop high rate of migration of health workers seeking greener pastures abroad, and drastically stopping medical tourism, as a healthy nation leads to a healthy economy. The 2022 theme says, nurses, a voice to lead, invest in nursing and respect rights to secure global health. Serafina Okon Umekwe, NT News.
Let's talk politics now. The FCT Independent Electoral Commissioner Yahaya Bello has advised that the synergy between the Commission and political parties should be sustained, especially as the country is gearing up for the 2023 general elections. Aisha Uba Ali reports.
With the release of INEC's timetable for primaries and some aspirants of some political parties already picking forms of interest, it is a clear indication that campaigns will soon start ahead of 2023. INEC says it is necessary for political parties to partner with its voter education department.
And you have said so again, that the issue of sensitization and mobilization of the youth to participate in political activities is not an issue that is supposed to be left in the hands of INEC alone.
Aside political parties mobilizing voters, Yahya Bello tasked the team of youth who were in his office on a Katsa visit to also advise their supporters to try and get their PVCs. The leader of the delegation, Simeon Aneke, commended INEC over the continuous voter registration exercise, but also appealed that the synergy between INEC and political parties should be consolidated with the provision of logistics.
We are now coming to INEC to get the first-hand information. All we need to do to get our voters card. All we need to do to get our transfer of voters card.
While INEC recounts the FCT election experience, it hopes that the 500 zero polling unit will be made active by 2023. In Abuja, Aisha Uba Ali, NTA News.
On sports news, Flying Eagles of Nigeria made it through to the semi-finals of the WAFU B Under-20 soccer tournament in Niger as the Qatar 2022 World Cup trophy tours the world in company of former world football stars. Details with Wayne Dogo on Sports Brief. Sports, we can bring you the sports radar, and it will come in our subsequent bulletin. And that concludes the English version of the news this evening. Thank you for watching. Translations of the news in different languages come up next. I am Norlene Ebel Ame. Stay safe and be vigilant.
ama agbaje we shaje we wona bi ku jagbadai iwa na ba yi sababa dai wo me press so ayuba wona wa gwa na ba ge gai una bai ta aishi inge apashe pakalai jishi pepeyu nkizi na ye jimu nkizi na minister zaza yira matu tijani ali wala bagbatuga nge gwamnati ba mi apashe pakalai jiba nkizi na ye lo nge tagi aku tagi kwache azabu afi jimiye ifanya zimba wadai nge aye avuya gwamnati bai la apta pya la kwen lazi tile haye ami ba haye ntuge na aza ntuge aza ngwata naza ngwata zakai na lo ba mi wo sha apa akala loji ibi pepe bade nta ba jun tuge ko balo na yasai gbogbogbo gwamnati gizina atati jiba kwadai nge puwa da hai inza nkwai mutulo nwa zoko fe nkizi na ye gwamnati la patala kwa ba puwa ya nya nkola kala na ngmama piaye ifigi kwai ko lo anpie awochi anyi onoto yakubu wadai nge gwamnati ala pete pia ntige ba giwewe nu abakpe ye ku dai nge nga ba jigma mwa nhaye kuma nuwa kwete wako zoko kwen kwa hu anya ya mboye ntige nuwa ta zoko amu tichanu yifi gwamnati bagbatu anabaja jesida inge ntukwa ituge gwamnati taji a inge anai a chifi na ashigba gai obolo nkogo ajibang ainta gbaba ba yiwelo sheko kunchong nalo na abo mbaji ateteji ye to bae kunya yikiye bae lo inge anasaraki Sarafina Okone mekwe wa godo wen dai nge oba manai nuto nge ayiki azaba hintutniye bai fa ayiki fi ina shinge bai lo akidon bade na shinge Deborah Yisu igi weyi gwamnati baje kala nge ko shi abade pya shigbe to abma akna kwawu amu ama agbayaji anabaji kuzo yibeji adawo su shekwase yipage shekwani jisu saisu
masu kallar sauraron mu assalamu alaikum barkanmu da wannan lokaci a takaice ga fasar wasu daga cikin labarai yau mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. A ɗaya daga cikin matakan magance matsalar yin ba haya a sarari a nan birnin Abuja, karamar ministar Abuja Ramatu Tijjani Aliyu ta kaddamar da aikin gina banɗaki 1000 a faɗin birnin Abuja, inda mutane za su ke tsugunawa suna biyan bukatunsu ba a ko'ina ba kamar yadda aka saba gani a yau. Wakilar mai Ifayin Ezimba ta rawaito mana cewa ministar a yayin bikin ta ce a shekara ta 2014 Najeriya ta ƙudiri niyyar gina banɗakunan a faɗin ƙasar nan domin kare lafiya da tsabtace mahallin ƙasar nan gaba ɗaya. Hukumar raya birnin tarayyar ƙasa Abuja ta ce za ta rushe dukkan gine-ginen da aka yi su a kan hanyoyin ruwa a nan birnin Abuja kafin ranar 14 ga watan Mayu saboda hasashen da hukumar kula da yanayi ta yi cewa yin haka ka iya kawo ambaliyar ruwan sama da ke daidaita al'umma da matsugunansu. Wakilin Monotu ya kawo mana rahoto cewa hukumar ta bayyana haka ne a taron masu ruwa da tsaki da ta gudanar akan yadda za su magance matsalar ambaliyar ruwan sama da ke tozarta al'umma a lokacin damuna a kowace shekara. An bayyana rashin muhallin aiki mai kyau, ƙarancin albashi, kula da haƙoƙi da sauransu a matsayin ɗaya daga cikin dalilan da ke sa likitoci da sauran ma'aikatan lafiya ke tsallake ƙasar nan zuwa ƙasashen turai da sauran ƙasashen da suka ci gaba a duniya domin su yi aiki. Wakilayarmu Sarafina Okom Imekwai ta shaida mana cewa hukumomin kiwon lafiyar ƙasar nan sun bayyana lamarin a matsayin abin da ke komar da harkokin kiwon lafiyar ƙasar nan baya. To duka yakacin abin da mu iya kawo muku kenan a labaran ne, sai kuma gobe idan Allah ya kai mu. Asuba ta gari.
na otu ụzọ iji kwụsị ije mposi ebe onye hụrụ n'obodo a onye ọchịchị na-elekọta ọchịchị ime obodo na ọchịchị obodo abụ FCT Ramatu Tijani Aliyu agbaghela ihe ọrụrụ nke ebe ije mposi dị 10,000 n'obodo abụ FCT. Onye ọrụ anyị Ifeanyị Ezumba webatara anyị akụkọ na onye ọchịchị a n'oge ọ na-eli okwute eji amalite ihe ọrụrụ a kọwara na ala anyị bụ Naịjirịa n'afọ 2014 banyere n'ọrụ ịkwụsị ije mposi n'ebe onye hụrụ ma kwuo na ihe ọrụrụ ndị a ga-enye aka iji kwado nke a. Ọchịchị obodo a bụ FCT ekwuola na a ga-akwada ihe ọrụrụ ọbụla bụ nke a rụrụ n'okporo ụzọ mmiri n'obodo a bụ Abuja tupu abalị 14 nke ọnwa ise n'afọ 2022 dịka ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka inyocha mmiri ozuzo siri kwuo. Ọnọtụ Yakubu onye ọrụ anyị kwuo na nke a bụ ihe kwekọrịta na nzukọ nke ndị aka ha dị na ihe ọghọm nke ide mmiri dịka ha hụtara na nke a bụ otu ụzọ a pụrụ iji kwụsị ma belata ihe ọghọm nke mmiri ozuzo n'obodo a. Enweghị ezi ogige ọrụ dị mma, akwụghị ụgwọ dị mma na ihe ndị ọzọ bụ ụfọdụ n'ime ihe na-eme ka ndị ọrụ ọghọm nwa ma na-elekọta ndị ọrịa n'ụlọ ọgwụ na ndị ọrụ ahụike ndị ọzọ ji ahapụ ala anyị bụ Naịjirịa na-eje mba ndị ọzọ dị n'Europe. Onye ọrụ anyị Serafin Okonumekwele lebara anya na ọghọm dị na nke a ma webatara anyị akụkọ na ndị ma ihe a na-akọ n'okwu ahụike kwuru na nke a ga-eme ka ndị nwere amamihe n'ọrụ ahụike kọ n'ala anyị. N'ihi nke a, n'ụbọchị ncheta nke ndị otu ọrụ ahụike a n'ụwa niile, onye isi ndị otu a Deborah Yusuf na-akpọku ndị ọchịchị ka ha leba anya iji kwalite ọzụzụ na nlekọta nke ndị otu a. Ịgbalịala maka ịnụ anyị na